And a very, very good morning to one and all. Welcome to Grand Champions Polo Club on this beautiful Sunday morning, just gone 10 o'clock, Sunday the 26th of April. It is finals time of the Casablanca Spring Challenge 2026. The two teams who made it through to the final are Avatar in the blue shirts and the Maltese Falcons in the red shirts. So we're going to start straight off by introducing you to the two teams. Coming in at number one, please welcome Riley Ganzi. At number two, the 5-goaler, please say good morning to Matias, aka Colo Gonzalez. At number three, the 9-goal, Antonio Heggie. And playing the number 4 position, Santiago Tocalido. They are your Maltese Falcons. Over to the blue team, Avatar. Please welcome, and what a cracking game he had on Friday. Please welcome at number 1, Ryan Cronin. With a new look for the spring, please welcome Jason Crowder, playing at number 2 of 5 goals. And then from Canada, please welcome Fred Mannix, the first of our 2 7-goalers, and playing back Alejandro Novijo Estrada. That is your team, Avatar, your mounted official this morning, Gaston Dorignac. So here we go then. Stage is set. What a beautiful setting. And what an immaculate field we've got here on field number 2. The birthplace of champions. 6 chuckers await for your entertainment and our thrill. So here we go. Best of luck to both teams. And remember, we have the subsidiary final coming up straight afterwards. So stay with us. A doubleheader on this Sunday morning. Here we go. Ball's in play. And let's see who's going to get off to the better start. Looks like the Falcons are not going to waste much time, and keep a very close eye on that number 1 player, Riley Ganzi, who also had a cracking game on Friday, making sure that her team got through to the final, the first of the spring season here at Grand Champions Polo Club. First shot on goal from distance, and that went over the back line. Oh no, it didn't. Or I looked this, it did go over the back line, so it came off a defender, I thought. That would suggest 60, a safety 60, so the equivalent of a corner. The first whistle by Gaston Dorignac. Very well saved. Alejandro Novijo Estrada just getting a piece of that. So now the first penalty of the game, of the final, and now a job for Mr. Santiago Tocalino. Slightly adjacent to the penalty 4 mark player's call. Let's see if Santi can pick up the first goal here for the Maltese Falcons. The lot of power behind that, and just wide. As my dear friend Dale would always say, polo is very often just a game of inches, and I'm sure there was just a couple of inches to the right here, which did not allow that ball to go through. Here we go then. Knock-in coming, but the Maltese Falcons would like to keep Avatar at bay and see if they can capitalise on the fact that they're in their half. Remember, this field going from north to south, playing towards that south end. Ball up to the front door for the 5-goaler, Gonzalez. Gonzalez tried to just get a little flick on the wrist there, but Manning shut him down. Ball once again going over the back line. Second knock-in coming for Avatar. Over to the right side. And also that young man, Ryan Cronin, doing a very, very good job on Friday. And that pass and that pickup, top draw. Lays it up very nicely. A little under the neck, and that to me looks like a cracking first goal for Avatar. Well done. So Avatar not wasting any time. After a couple of shots, an attempt on goal, Ryan Crone picking up goal number 1 after a splendid pass. And I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. So, Avatar take the initiative, and the ball's back in play on the halfway line. Let's see who's going to come out on top. Looks like Mannix is there in the thick of it. Yeah, there he is on the near side. Nicely done. And this, of course, is what you want to do. You want to win those throw-ins. Nice pick up on the near side. Avatar once again on the move. Ganzi in hot pursuit. Is this going to be goal number 2? Ooh, ever so slightly. Just out, gone wide to that far post. So within a matter of minutes here, Avatar very much all engines go. The Falcons. Nice pass. Looking for and finding Riley. Nicely corrected. Has a little bit of space. Working that ball very nicely over into the other half. Here we go. Nice shot. Now that looks pretty straight to me. Ganzi, this could be the first. Unlucky. Just overshot that second ball a little bit too much. But just a tad too much power there. Just again a Remington. Very close shave. Just going wide. Avatar there. Still holding on to that 1-goal lead. Knock-in coming here, courtesy of Alejandro Vija Estrada. Now that combination of Vija Estrada and Mannix, who takes that ball towards the boards, were lethal on Friday. Crowder not able to pick that one up as it just goes over the sideboard, so there'll be a change of possession. Just about 10 yards or so below the halfway line. And that whistle will allow the players to go for our first courtesy change. Well, let's have a look at how they played on Friday. The Maltese Falcons got off to a very good start. They were up against grand champions. That game ended 9-7 for the Maltese Falcons. Riley picking up a goal, Colo Gonzalez and Tocolino. And Avatar, they were up against Mexico. And in that opening chukker, it was a goal apiece. Fred Mannix getting on the score sheet, as did Santos Bellini. Avatar beating Mexico convincingly by 12-6. And that, of course, secured them their place in today's final. So, players not wasting any time, coming straight back out here for chukker number 2. Just that 1 goal so far scored by Ryan Cronin. What a cracking goal that was. And if you just joined us once again, a very good morning and a welcome here to Grand Champions Polo Club. And of course, for those watching on CTV Sports, great to have you with us. And as I did mention earlier, we will have the subsidiary final of this Casablanca Spring Challenge coming up straight afterwards. So make sure you've got a big pot of coffee. We've got a lot of polo coming your way here this morning on CTV Sports. Players, as you can see, slowly but surely all making their way back out. Just a No, we're all 8 are there. So here we go. Chukker 1. We still have 3:46 to play here in the first period. And if you may remember, just before that courtesy change, the ball got knocked out of bounds there by Mr. Malik, so a change of possession is going to go in favour of the Maltese Falcons. And a job for Santi Toccolino, who will take that ball from the spot. Play is called. Clock will start running as soon as the player touches the ball. Toccolino. Nicely stopped and controlled by Gonzalez. He wants to go around the outside of all that traffic. Colo. Gonzalez, the under the neck shot. Big swing. No contact. Crowder tries to clear it. Didn't really clear it far enough. In comes Alejandro Novillo Estrada to try and defend this. Immediately tackled. In comes Toccolino one more time. Not a lot of goal to play at. Little chip shot there, trying to find Antonio Heggie. Ball goes out of bounds. Pressure play here in front of that goalmouth of Avatar. Ball went out of bounds. Play is called. Knock in coming. Novillo Estrada. And notice how the Maltese Falcons are standing very deep here, wanting to put the pressure on. Like here, for example, Kohler coming in for an attempt to steal the ball, but it'll be Crowder. Nearly on the same spot where Mannix, who's now got the ball, knocked it out just a couple of minutes ago before that courtesy change. Nice little open backhand there once again from Heggie. And that will send Riley Ganzi on her way. Opens the shoulders. Good first touch. Well, she was in that vicinity again a little while ago, and that is how you get it done. A cracking goal there. Totally focused. Riley Ganzi picking up the equaliser and her first of the match here for the Maltese Falcons. And that was a goal in the making, waiting to be scored. You might remember she had a similar situation where she just slightly overcooked it. So, a goal apiece, a little under 2 minutes remain here in Chukker number 1. Remember, we play 6 Chukkers as Fred Mannix tries to tee it up for Crowder. Nice little bit of defense here. The Maltese Falcons positioning play very, very solid. Toccolino tucks in behind to lend a helping hand there to Antonio Heggie. And again, quick turn, keep an eye on that number 1. Now she gets the marking by Ryan Cronin. Still Santi Toccolino trying to work that ball closer and closer towards that goal mouth. It's like a little walk in the park until Mannix tries to clear. A little deflection. Little flick of the wrist there by Alejandro Novillo Estrada. He'll turn things around very quickly. Not a clean shot. Again, nicely played by Gonzalez. Just a little touch will do enough to turn defense into offense. Now, where's that going to go? It's going to land on the green, that's for sure, but nobody there to put it through. In comes Cronin. Told to leave it for Alejandro. Sending everybody towards that halfway line. Back to Cronin. Nice pass. He'll wait for that to... Oh, no, he's going to pick it up on the near side. Very good pick up here by Cronin. He's going to run and work this one. You've heard the horn. The last 30 seconds, he's got to get round that bend. Ganzi coming in, but it was a little too late. What a cracking goal, the second here by Ryan Cronin. What a way to end the Chukker, and that will be the end of Chukker number 1. Stay with us. Chukker number 2 coming up after this short break. then here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Wow, what a cracking opening chukker we've seen here just now of this, the Casablanca Spring Challenge Final 2026. If you've just woken up, just joined us, or just got home, either way, welcome to the final of the Casablanca Spring Challenge here 2026. We're at Grand Champions Polo Club, of course, field number 2. Great to have you with us. And well, you did miss a very exciting first chukker if you have only just joined us. Ryan Cronin here, who in the game on Friday, the semi-final, left it right up until the 6th and final chukker before he started scoring. He picked up a very important goal, or a cracking goal, leaving the field victorious with 12 goals to 6. And today, here in the final, he can do no wrong. He's got the Midas touch, picking up 2 amazing goals here in the opening chukker. So now, a little bit of pressure for the Maltese Falcons, who, of course, are playing in the red shirts. Fred Mannix here, number 3 for Avatar. And the Maltese Falcons, away we go with Colo Gonzalez, under the watchful eye of his dad, who is shaking his head in disbelief, saying, I'll put him up for sale on eBay. And here we go, once again, the man who at the moment can do no wrong. A little bit overzealous there, trying to send that ball all the way to Fort Lauderdale. Picked up at the under next shot attempt by Alejandro Navijo Estrada, and you could see that he wasn't that happy. And now then, Gonzalez 2.0, that's more like it. Nicely played, and look at this. Well, we're going to have a quick timeout because Mr. Crowder is dismounted. Shame, because that pass was perfect for Santi Toccolino. Let's hope everything's okay. Looks like he's just got a little bit of a tack issue there. All seems to be okay. Maybe just shortening a stirrup or the overgirth. Pony seems to be looking okay, as does the player. And a good call there by the umpire just to stop play. I think he's about to get back in the saddle. Yeah, there he is. So all is well. And that did look like a very nice pass coming from Gonzalez. The nod of approval coming from his old man, who's sitting here to my left. And now just waiting for the umpire, Gaston Dorignac, to get it back in the saddle. There we go, and I'm pretty sure we'll have a drop ball in favour of the Maltese Falcons. Now that is definitely within range, and I'm pretty sure all the players are more than capable, but this is a job for the man with the number 4 on his back. Play is called, so from the spot for Santi Toccolino. He's going to tap that one in, lay it up nicely for Antonio Heggie. Instead of going for the one touch, he wants to stick a ball this one in. He's found the gap on the inside, and that's a very nice little play here by Santi Toccolino, and the finish by Antonio Heggie, picking up not only his first goal but also the equaliser. 2 goals apiece. Now, Santi Toccolino, he also had a very good game on Friday in that semi-final. Picked up 2 goals in chukker number 2. I believe he actually opened the scoring in the first chukker. Scored a total of 3 over the entire duration of the game. Likes to work that rotation and dispense those balls to the individual attackers that he has. Looks like we might have a little bit of, I was going to say, looked like we might have had some debris on the field. Whistle has been blown. It's going to be a hit from the spot in favour of the Maltese Falcons. Nobody seems to be complaining, so nothing untoward. Players called. Toccolino with a very, very long ball up to the front door, intending, I think, to try and play that to Riley Ganzi. Mannix, on the other hand, will say, thank you, I'll have a piece of this, and away we go. Oh, he's lost it. Gets a second chance. Plays it across the field. Clever play. The bouncing ball, not easy to play there for Ryan Cronin, but he was in the right place. The two number twos battling it out. I beg your pardon, that's the number 3, Antonio Heggie. Just playing a little bit of Tom and Jerry there. But of course you can't stop and turn on the ball. Good call there by our mounted official, but we're going to have a courtesy change, I believe. Or are we? No, which is one of the players. The crowd are going off to maybe get himself a fresh pony. They're so close to those pony lines. Advantage in favour of Avatar. It's going to be an open goal penalty 2. 30 yards the distance, undefended of course. And for a moment there I thought Ryan Cronin was going to take a run up. No, I think we are going to have no, we're not. Come on boys, make up your mind. Are we having a courtesy change? Well, it looks like we are having a courtesy change, so a little bit of misunderstanding there. So we're going to be back in just a few seconds once they return with an open goal penalty in favour of Avatar. As I was saying, it looked to me like they passed the stick over to Ryan Cronin. Let's see if indeed he will take this penalty too. And keep the pressure very much on the Maltese Falcons. Well, they're not wasting any time. They're coming back very quickly. We try and get the players try and come back within, as I say, 45 seconds to a minute. Umpire can, of course, call delay of game or negative play. And we want to very much here at Grand Champions Polo Club offer and show you flowing fast action polo at a safe pace, of course. And it is indeed Mr. Ryan Cronin going for a possible third goal. And no mistake, there is goal number 3 for Ryan Cronin. Excuse me. And that puts his team Avatar back in the lead by 3 goals to 2. We are only still in the second chukker. Remember, we play 6 chukkers, so plenty of polo coming your way here this morning. Beautiful day. Slight little breeze in the air, but temperatures are already rapidly climbing. Another reason why this courtesy change is so important for the players and, of course, the 4-legged athletes. Here we go. They won the throw-in again, and he's on the move this morning. He must have had an extra portion of cereal because at the moment Ryan Cronin is leading the goal-scoring tally, a 3 to his name. The only man to have scored for Avatar, and Riley Ganzi and Antonio Heggie, the only 2 have scored so far for the Maltese Falcons. Mannix, nice little touch on the near side, and that's a beautiful ball up to the front door, looking for Alejandro Novillo Estrada, trying to play that rotation. Heggie with a nice little backhand. It's going to be a little bit short to reach Ganzi. In comes Crowder. He's got Mannix to lend him a helping hand, and Crowder will decide to just send that one straight into the danger zone. Ball still in play. Cronin needs to allow a little bit of space for that next hit. There it is. And now the rotation working very nicely here for the Maltese Falcons. Ganzi coming in to support Santi Toccolino. Got beaten there by Mannix. Ball goes back towards that halfway line. Nice little touch by Crowder. Tees it up beautifully for Alejandro Novillo Estrada. And he, I'm sure, will be keeping a close eye. Where is my number 1? Cronin plays it out towards the boards. Not quite the angle he wanted. Crowder couldn't do much with that. And we're back to Gonzalez. Didn't go anywhere. Just calling a spade a spade. As Alejandro Novillo Estrada had 2 to choose from. Cronin tries to fish it out of the air. It's picked up and left now for Antonio Heggie. A lot of space there over on the far side. Ganzi and Toccolino riding each other off, it would look like. Now he tucks in behind. Maybe that was just a little bit of a cheeky little strategy to deter the opposition. Visual Estrada can't control it. Heggie, he's been here once before, and that is his second. Well played. Broken play there. Antonio jumps straight on it, picks up his second goal, and that makes it 3 apiece with a little under a minute and a half remaining here in Chukka number 2. Great to see so many of you joining us here on this Sunday morning. As they make their way back to said halfway line. Coming up to the 1 minute mark. Ball's back in play. It'll be Alejandro. Visual Estrada. Yeah, didn't hit that cleanly. Cronin there, having a little look at the umpire's reaction. He says play on. Ball gets taken up to the front door. Nice touch on the near side. There's the call coming, wanting the pass. Tocolino going up, but the ball goes across. Looking for Heggie. The pass coming from Gonzalez. Visual Estrada, nicely done, under the neck, trying to find Mannix. He's got a ride off Gonzalez first, on the near side, well played. But I think there might have been a bit of shading there. Either way, that will bring us to the end of Chukka number 2. 3 goals apiece, plenty of polo to come up. Stay with us here on CTV Sports at Grand Champions Polo Club. Good afternoon, sorry, good morning everyone. Coming up, or just gone 10:30. Welcome, Casablanca Spring Challenge Final 2026. 3 goals apiece, we've had 6 goals scored. Still very even Steven, very open, no real sign of either team yet taking control of this game. Ganzi, Riley Ganzi picking up 1 goal, beg your pardon, and this could be goal number 2. Slightly overcooked that one. Fred Mannix, the man from Calgary, who was telling me yesterday during the Governor's polo game how much he enjoys and loves playing here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Cut shot here, that looks pretty straight to me. Oh, what a cracking goal there by Antonio Heggie, now also with 3 goals to his name. So yeah, we had the Governor's polo game here yesterday. A lot of very, very familiar faces. The who's who of polo were all here on the field, or at field number 2. Super atmosphere. And of course, these players, a lot of these players out here this morning, very much looking forward to playing this final. Here we go then, with a very nice ball from Tocolino. Once again looking for Heggie. He's got a man on, and that is none other than Jason Crowder. Still Heggie controls that ball nicely on the near side. This could be a little under the next shot. He does very well, looking for Santi. Now can he get around the outside of Fred Mannix? Mannix will take the man to create a little bit of space to play that ball back on the near side. Nicely done, looking for Crowder. But Crowder's got Heggie sticking to him there like a cheap suit. Well played, Antonio. And this is exactly what you'll expect to see at this level. The marking, the defensive play, and then a run to what could have been a nice goal here, but a little bit unlucky. Oh no, it went in. I do apologise. That was a cracking goal. I thought it might have just gone out on the far side, but very nicely played, and that now puts the Maltese Falcons in the lead by 2 goals. Carlo Gonzalez picking up his first here in this final. And still plenty of time in this first half. Just under 5 minutes left to play. Mannix with a nice little backhand shot. And he's found Ryan Cronin. Now look, he's, well, like I said on Friday, I remember seeing him play here last year, and he was already very good then, but it's incredible what a season or a year can do. His riding ability, absolutely top draw, and also his technical ability of how he's hitting those balls. Remember, he scored twice in that opening chukker. So well done, Ryan Cronin, doing a very, very good job here. Clever little play from Crowder, finding Mannix. Back up to Ryan. Little deflection, little unlucky there, coming off the back of his pony's leg. And now Gonzalez, he'll be seeing, or he'll be looking for Riley. Alejandro on the near side, still on the near side. Again, tees it up nicely. Ryan Cronin. Wow. Well, we're going to go for a quick courtesy change. That's just why we're told. Thank you very much. Yeah, we weren't quite sure. Sun's not always our friend here. It did look very close, though. So once again, a very good play by Ryan Cronin. But Antonio Heggie, all of a sudden, very much alive and kicking. Remember, he scored twice in the second and already once in the third, as did Carlo Gonzalez. So they lead by 5 goals to 3. And I'm pretty sure they'd like to take this cushion and this advantage into the halftime break. And of course, all of you who are here this morning, and I can see there's quite a few of you, we'd like to see you out there at halftime training in those divots. That'd be much appreciated. So please don't be shy. Let's see you out there after this chucker to trade in said divots. Players already on their way back out. We have another 3:39 to play here in the first half. And on Friday, in Friday's semi-final, Jason Crowder, who was yet to score today, picked up 2 goals. And for the Maltese Falcons, it was Santi Tocolino also picking up 2 goals in the other semi-final on Friday. Always like to compare. Oh, cheeky, but he didn't get away with it. But definitely A for effort here from Cronin. Slams on the brakes. And that, of course, is an open invitation here for Santi Tocolino to just take that ball for a little bit of a sticking ball, creating enough space to then leave or send that ball up to Riley Ganzi. She opens the shoulders, one touch, and Riley puts it through, doesn't even think about it. Nicely done. And that is goal number 2 for Riley. Remember, she scored in the first, so well done, Riley Ganzi. extending that lead now to 6 goals for the Maltese Falcons. So maybe, and I did talk about it earlier, maybe now we are seeing signs of one team, the Falcons here, taking the initiative, taking control in this final. Let's see how Avatar are going to respond. Now, if you added up some of those chances, those near misses, especially from Ryan Cronin, we'd have a different scoreline. Either way, they've won the possession of that next throw-in, left behind. And this could be a shot on target, deflected. Gonzalez stood there in the right place. Ball did not go through. So again, another opportunity, which, as I say, could have been another goal here for Avatar. So scoreline a little bit deceptive. Not really reflecting how evenly balanced these two teams are. Toccolino now on route or on course to possibly pick up goal at number 7. He's going to have to go for the cut shot. Crowder doing everything in his power to stop that from happening. Left now, Mannix to pick up a turn. Still Mannix. Cronin, he read it well. He turned his pony. Looks up in the sky. He's got it on his stick side. Yeah, timing was a little bit off there. But that's something which I'm sure he will very quickly compute and rearrange. Nice ball from Toccolino, looking for Riley. Will she do what she did just now on the north end? Well, she could have, but Alejandro had to ruin it for her. Nicely turned in front of goal, and that looks like, I was going to say Mr. Mannix, but it just went wide. Very, very slightly wide. Wow, but did it come off a defending player? I think it might have done. So we could be seeing another safety. I could hear a phone ringing somewhere in someone's car. So, well, we had an infringement. Players called. The Maltese Falcons are going to get that 60, I believe. So Santi Toccolino. Let's see if he can hit this one straight and high. It's definitely straight, and it's stopped on the line. Mannix. A little bit of a tango going on there in front of that goal mouth, and somehow they managed to clear it. Cronin there, again a little bit overzealous. I remember when I was learning how to play back in 1824, they told me, fast horse, slow mind. This looks promising, this looks very promising. Oh, just running out of polo field and running out of time, everybody. I think a round of applause is more than in order. Now, don't be shy. If you've left your phone in the car, you know where to go. And if you want to do that on the way, treading some divots, feel free. No extra charge. We'll be back in the second half. Stay with us here at Grand Champions Polo Club, CTV Sports.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Gave me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Okay, everybody, we're back. Welcome once again. And it is still morning, a very good morning. I'd like to welcome the family Gonzalez, who are here all the way from Argentina. Good to see you. Hope you had a good flight. I believe you arrived early this morning to make sure you weren't going to miss the final. If you've just joined us, Avatar, who were a little bit below par in that last chukker. 3 unanswered goals. We saw a goal by Riley Ganzi, Colo Gonzalez, and Antonio Heggie. And that put the Maltese Falcons in a very comfortable position, leading by 6 goals to 3. We've just had the half-time interval, and players are very quick to come back out and get the job done. And this young man, Ryan Cronin, doing ever so well, picking up 2 cracking goals in the opening chukker and then a third in the second. He's had a couple of big chances. This could, I was going to say, possibly be another one in the making. But he was told to leave it there by Alejandro Navijo Estrada, who was looking for Jason Crowder until Matias, a.k.a. Colo Gonzalez, sends that ball out to the boards. Back up to Antonio Heggie. So Avatar need to tighten up a little bit on their defense, and of course their completion. They've had so many very good chances, and this is what I'm talking about with the defense. Those kind of situations should and could be avoided, and that puts the Maltese Falcons up to 7 now to 3. So the first goal in the second half again on the account of the Maltese Falcons. Colo Gonzalez picking up his second of the match. Ball's back in play. Alejandro anticipating that Mannix would have been up there a little bit quicker. Instead, it's Santi Tocolino who'll turn it. Santi with a monster shot up to the front door. Once again, looking at, as we know, she's always very dangerous in front of goal. I think she gets that from her mum, who we know. Melissa, of course, always very stellar when it comes to running and playing that ball and putting it through. That will go over the back line. 5:22 on the clock. So Avatar, as I say, need to slightly change their strategy. Things not quite going to plan. This time on Friday, they were leading by 6 goals to 2 against Mexico. At the moment, they're down 3 goals to 7. And this game has certainly been determined by quite a number of safeties. Another one coming up. Avatar again putting that ball over there at their own back line, again giving the Maltese Falcons a big opportunity here. Santi Tocolino, let's see if he can convert this time. It's definitely high and wide, just wide. So Avatar, I'm sure, will be happy there that they've dodged a very big bullet. Down by 3 is one thing, down by, or 4 rather, is one thing, down by 5 is a whole different ball game. Santi goes for the shot, cleared out of the jaws of that goal mouth by Alejandro Navijo Estrada, and would you believe it, another safety. Another safety in favor of the Maltese Falcons. Well, they defended well, but another chance. Wind coming from the side. And this time, no mistake. That's what we're talking about. That is the man with the bionic arm. Santi Toccolino picks up his first goal of the match, and that now means that everybody with the Maltese Falcons team have scored. They're all on the score sheet, and there we have that difference of 5 goals. Now that is quite a tall order for any team, and by any stretch of the imagination. Here we go, ball's back in play, first touch. I think it just came off the mallet there of Cronin. Left now for Crowder. Crowder gives it back to Alejandro Navijo Estrada, and he'll be looking for Ryan. He's making his way, and that ball was sent second class. Crowder will lend a little helping hand, tees it up beautifully. Cronin just had to stroke that one through. Bit of a pressure play. He did have a man on, and now the Maltese Falcons once again in possession, and that could have been a very important goal here for Avatar. Straight down the middle. Again, look at that. Perfect pass for Riley. And she will take that one. Riley. A little unlucky there not to get the finish. Alejandro plays it out towards the sideboards. But this is what I like about Riley. She gets straight back into the game. It's not one of those players who then mourns the fact that she didn't do well. Just gets straight back in it. Well done, Riley. And that whistle will give us a courtesy change. 3:15 on the clock. So I'm sure they will take this time, especially with Avatar, to just have a couple of words and tighten up here and there. As I say, on the back and the defense, they need to be a little bit more vigilant. And at the front, they just need to start scoring a few more goals. 3:15 on the clock. So still plenty of time. And I can see the players slowly already making their way back. Want to keep that momentum going, of course. A very good morning to you if you've just joined us. Still plenty of polo to come. Just a quick reminder, we've got the subsidiary final of this, the Casablanca Spring Challenge, coming up right after this game, so stay with us. Plenty of polo. And a very convenient excuse not to go to church. I'm up here in case you're wondering. Nice hat, by the way, very nice hat. So players making their way back out, and we're going to continue with a hit from the spot. One, two, three. Yep, Maltese Falcons. All 4 are back, as are all 4 players of the Avatar team, who are going to get a hit from the spot. 5A. It'll be taken by none other than Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Plays it to Mannix. Fred will be looking for Crowder and or Ryan Cronin. He's going to go for Jason. And Jason being told to play this one himself. Crowder, while this should be a goal by all means, and he's just going to tee it up very nicely there for Ryan. I'm going to give that one to Ryan. Well done, Ryan. You deserve that. He's scored 3 times, and he's been so close on many occasions. So Ryan Cronin getting that goal. So 8 goals to 4. They're back. And let's hope with the remaining 2.5 minutes they can pick up another couple of goals here before we then go into the penultimate and final chukker. Ball's back in play. Mannix gets a hook from Heggie. Antonio, he's got, at the moment, got no one to play it to. He will send, or try to send, Riley Ganzi on her way. Alejandra there doing a good job in clearing it. A little bit too steep there for Crowder to get a piece off. But now, Mannix, he might just run this one himself. Had Santi Toccolina not put his stick down and avoided exactly that from happening. Antonio. Heggie will be looking for Riley, or maybe go for the direct shot. No, he's gonna, well, he was trying to pass that up to Riley, and she quickly turns her pony. Well done, Riley. I'm sure she wasn't sure either whether he was going to go for the direct hit or try and tee it up for her. A little turn, Antonio Heggie from a standstill after that quick turn. Oh, nicely done by Fred. But look at this. This is what I was talking about earlier. Riley getting straight back into the action. Well done, Riley. And that long ball will definitely send Mr. Crowder on his way. Yep, you can hear he slightly put that a bit too far over to the right. He's got Toccolina coming in from behind. And that will just go wide. We're down to the last minute of play. I wonder or not whether we're going to get another knock-in. A ball went out of bounds. We should, in theory, get another knock-in in favour of the Maltese Falcons. Play is called, but that horn is right there, and that will now bring us to the end of chukker number 4. So 2 goals to 1 for the Falcons, for the Maltese Falcons. Avatar need to come up with something special. Let's see what that is when we return for chukker number 5. Stay with us. Okay, here we go. Knock-in coming. That delayed knock-in that we were waiting for at the end of that last chukker. Chukker number 5 about to start. And as I said, 2 goals to 1 once again. Another win for the Maltese Falcons in that last chukker. They lead by 8 goals to 4. As Avatar have it all to do now. Riley, once again, reading and anticipating where she needs to be and what she needs to do very, very well. She had Alejandro Navijo Estrada coming in, and that pressure would have done enough to deter her from taking it all the way. And now Avatar. Alejandro, nicely played into the run of Jason Crowder. The one-touch polo we like to talk and show you here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Didn't quite go as planned. So once again, the Maltese Falcons have possession. Tries to control the ball there, a little unlucky. In comes Colo. There comes the hammer from Alejandro. Jason sends it back. Cronin tries to extend, and now Mannix on the move. He'll run this one, I'm sure. Fred Mannix. Still Mannix gets a second chance and just needs to get the putter out. Nicely done. So, Avatar and Fred Mannix's first goal of the match brings them back within 3 goals. 8 goals to 5. Remember, they were down by 5 at one point. So Avatar regrouping very successfully here in chucker number 5. But they still have a little bit of work to do. Back to the halfway line. Just waiting for that clear passage. Yeah, there needs to be a passage. You can't be on the other side. And that ball is back in play. Cronin. Yeah. Not happy with that. Tries to pick it up. He gets the pass played, or the ball played back to him. Tried to pick it up on the near side. Little unlucky in the control. Gonzalez. Again, his dad shaking his head in disbelief. The Falcons just the give and go here. Just holding back a brief moment. And Riley. Yep. Well done. Well corrected. Taking a player with her. An inside backhand. The Falcons coming round the outside now. This looks dangerous here. Avatar need to be careful. Riley in the thick of it, and Santi with the shot. I think that went just wide. Just wide. He was he had a bit of traffic, yeah, just out to the far post. A little unlucky there for Santiago Toncolino. So Avatar dodging a very important bullet here. Now, with 4 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock, can Jason Crowder bring them up within 2 goals? He's got 2 defenders. He's got Colo on his stick side. Riley right behind. Colo does the job. Still Colo Gonzalez. He saw and heard Santi say, leave it. You take your man. I'll take the ball. It's working well. And all of a sudden they're back in Avatar territory. Mannix decided to take the scenic route round the outside of all that traffic. Here comes the under the neck shot. That's a nice ball for Alejandro, and he takes it on the half volley. Cronin, Ryan going up, and he didn't get a clean touch on that. Oh, but he's got the time and the space. And that should go all the way to Ryan. He picks it up nicely. Cronin now. Oh, that is how you get it done. Ryan Cronin picking up goal number 5. That's a very nice goal and a very nice play by Alejandro Navijo Estrada. After initially sort of slightly fumbling it, he then unfumbled himself. And the pickup was absolutely brilliant by Ryan Cronin. So, 8 goals to 6. So they're chipping away at that 5-goal deficit that they had. And again, just as a reference, on Friday in the semi-final, Alejandro Navijo Estrada, who just teed up that ball, he was the only one to score for Avatar. And for the Maltese Falcons in that 5th chucker, we had 2 goals, one courtesy of Riley Ganzi and one from Antonio Heggie. So, very similar number of goals being scored here at this stage of the game. 2:54 on the clock. Little courtesy change. And players should be out very, very quickly to get the remaining 2:54 done and dusted. And then, of course, we will have our sixth and final chukker. And I know I've mentioned it, but I shall mention it again in case you have other plans. You might want to change those. We will have, and it promises to be equally as exciting, our subsidiary final of the Casablanca Spring Challenge. So stay with us here, CTV Sports. That, of course, that coverage being brought to you also right after this game. So the Falcons, the Maltese Falcons, very much have landed, have spread their wings, are shooting and scoring goals. They are in the lead by 8 goals to 6, but haven't yet scored in this fifth chukker. Only a goal coming from Ryan Cronin and another cracking goal that he played. Fred Mannix also getting the job done. So let's see if the Maltese Falcons can bring this over the finishing line. Last player there to come back out on the field, Ryan, for Avatar. And then we'll wait for Gaston Dorignac to throw this ball back into play. Ball's back in play, and Golo Gonzalez, I'm sure we'd like to see his team reach double figures. And this young man, Jason Crowder, with his spring look, has a little bit of work to do. Now look at the number 4 there. You saw Alejandro Navijo Estrada anticipating that Crowder was going to send that ball back to him. Navijo Estrada just beaten to it in front of goal, and what a touch! What a touch! And that is goal number 1 for Jason Crowder. Beautifully taken. And I'm sure you'll enjoy the replay on your screens. That really was a top draw goal. And all of a sudden, what was a 5-goal deficit has now just shrunk to 1 goal. The Maltese Falcons can't get complacent. Not at this stage of the game. You need to stay highly focused, highly concentrated, and of course in these conditions highly hydrated. As Golo Gonzalez puts that one through just to make a statement. His 3rd of the match. And no signs of any kind of emotion from his dad. Still festering on when he missed a couple one in the second chuck. He said, that's not my son. But he's now proving his worth and restores at least a 2-goal cushion, 9 goals to 7. The Maltese Falcons are back here at the end of chukker number 5. Alejandro Navijo Estrada will turn this one around. Ryan Cronin completely unmarked. Ball didn't quite have the power and the length that he was hoping. Cronin again, also, as I was talking about his technical ability, but also his mind, the way he reads the play now, such a big difference. And here we go. If your name is Gonzalez, you want to watch this. Nice little stroke there. That's number 2. He's done it. That'll be the 3rd hit. 4th, 5th, 6th. And that's a little greetings to the family. Yes. Oh, he's got thumbs up. We're getting and a clap. Oh, my Lord. You might have to have a little rest and a lie down. So that puts them into double figures and brings us to the end of chukker number 5. Stay with us. One more chukker coming up. Stay with us here at CTV Sports at Grand Champions Polo Club. Right then, here we go. Chukka number 6. I can see Papa Gonzalez now starting to bite his nails, getting very, very excited. 3 goals in it. Avatar, they were so close. They were within 1 goal of getting the equaliser, and then the Colo Gonzalez show started, picking up 2 goals in that last Chukka. Let's see if Ryan Cronin, I got a lot of money on Ryan being instrumental here in this final Chukka, and what a cracking game he's had. 6 goals, I beg your pardon, 5 goals in total so far. 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Gave it a miss in the third. Mind you, the entire team did. Nobody scored in that third Chukka. And then Ryan scored again in the 4th and the 5th. And now Mr. Mannix trying to play that round the outside of that defender, Heggie, to try and feed the ball back to Jason Crowder. And Mannix might just get a second chance here. No, he's going to leave that one for Riley Ganzi. Little touch from Alejandro Navijo Estrada, looking for Crowder. He's out there on his own. Just taking the pace out a moment. Looking for Mr. Fred Mannix. And Fred Mannix, I'm sure, will just play with us, and then puts it through on the near side. Cracking goal there by the man from Calgary. So let's see if we can have a few more of those. It was 3 goals a minute ago. Now it's just down to 2, and still plenty of time here in the 6th and final Chukka. Back to the halfway line they come. And of course, we will be having our prize presentation after the subsidiary final, which will take place right after this game. So do stay with us. On the boards, Gonzalez. Colo avoids the hook and the attempt to steal it, or have it stolen there by Ryan Cronin. Nice little ball out to Riley Ganzi. Still Riley. Open backhand now then. Ryan Cronin has the time. He's got the space. Needs to just be composed. Picks the ball up nicely off the boards. A lot of trust and faith being given to him there to be the last man standing. Plays it up to Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Gonzalez, little unlucky there, bouncing ball. Mannix up against Tocalino, who plays it straight to the sideboards. Little ride off here, but Kohler comes out on top. Gets a hook from Fred. Leaves it now for Alejandro. Will he go for the under the neck? He's going to try and work it. Still Alejandro Navijo Estrada, and here the finish. That's how you get it done. That's how you get it done. Alejandro Navijo Estrada now also with his goal makes it 4, all 4 on the score sheet. 4:40 or a little less by the time they get to the halfway line, and we're back to that square one situation. Just the 1 goal in it, 10 goals to 9. The Maltese Falcons still have to bridge a little under 4.5 minutes. And Avatar need the equaliser. Tocalino out to Antonio. Beaten by Frederick. Fred Mannix. Got no one to play it to. Nobody upfield. Oh, nicely done by Ryan Cronin. On the near side. Immediately surrounded, and they converge down on him. The Maltese Falcons. Now then. Just looking for that little opening. He's got 3 defenders around him. Well, that's what you're taught in polo. If you snooze, you lose. That ball went over the back line. But then did it come off a defender? Not quite sure. We did have a whistle, and that whistle will mean that we're going to have a courtesy change to 3:30 on the clock. And in that semi-final on Friday, Avatar didn't score at all. The Maltese Falcons only picked up 1 goal when they played against Grand Champions, and that was Matias Gonzalez. And at the moment, Avatar are leading or winning this chukker by 2-0. And they still have 3:30 to play. Players coming back out. Now remember, our second match of the afternoon will be between Mexico and Grand Champions. So here they are. They're coming back out. Avatar chasing that equalizer. 3:30 on the clock. It's more than doable. Stopped here by Santi Toccolino, and he's going to take it. Return to sender, straight down the middle. Santi Toccolino. I'm sure he's not going to waste this opportunity. There it is. Yeah, a little unlucky there. I'm sure Avatar would like to have a replay of that. That did not go to plan. Santi now picking up his second goal of the match. And again, restores a 2-goal advantage. They need to stay focused, composed, and above all, determined. Dorignac throws the ball in. Picked up by Colo. Colo plays it back. Nicely done to Santi. Santi looking for Antonio. As Jason Crowder comes in for a challenge. Still Santi. Here comes the power shot. Or the power pass. And look at that. That is the best way you can play that ball. Anna Remington just wide, a very close shave. .217 on the clock. Wow, this is nail-biting stuff. Toccolino going back now, waiting to take the man. There he is, plays it on the near side. This is all about reading the game, reading the play, the anticipation. That, of course, comes with experience and hours in the saddle. And that's another perfect pass from Colo Gonzalez. And Riley, look at this. Riley, that ball, as Dale Schwitz would say, has got eyes. And Riley, she might have just gotten clipped there. But Antonio in the right place at the right time. Makes it a dozen. So Heggie now also with his fourth goal, 12 goals to 9. And that is a bit of a tall order, 3 goals. Catch my breath. Back to the halfway line. Ball in play. Avatar need to win this. Looks like they have. Mannix plays it to Alejandro. Alejandro might have a crack at this himself. Alejandro Navijo Estrada to finish on a high here for Avatar, as he does. And that's exactly what he does. Alejandro Navijo Estrada picking up his second goal, not only of the match, but also in the 6th and final chukker. And that makes it 10, so into double figures. But with that horn imminent, I think it's safe to say that the Maltese Falcons have done what they needed to do in this final. We are going to play out the last 20-odd seconds here, as Fred Mannix might want to get a piece of this as well, but no. Antonio, yeah, he's got it. We're down to the last 10 seconds. So even if they did pick up a goal, I think it's safe to say that the Casablanca Spring Challenge has been won by the Maltese Falcons. That's the last long-distance shot on goal. Oh, that didn't quite go to plan, and that is it, everybody. Now put your hands together. A sigh of relief here. The Gonzalez's, all 24 of them. Yes, thank you very much. They shake hands. So the final score then, 12 goals to 10. Congratulations, the Maltese Falcons. Riley Ganzi picking up 2 goals. Matias Colo Gonzalez with 4 goals to his name. Antonio Heggie also with 4, and then 2 by Santi. Well done, commiserations. But what a great performance by this young man, Ryan Cronin, picking up a total of 5 goals. Well done to you, sir. Jason Crowder, as always, a pleasure to watch him. Fred Mannix, well, Enough said. The man from Calgary picking up 2 goals in the last 2 chukkers, and Alejandro Navidra Estrada finishing off on a high as well. We're going to have a short break. Stay with us. We have the subsidiary final of this, the Casablanca Challenge, coming up in a few minutes.